What if I told you that one tiny silver coin, something smaller than your thumb, could be worth more than your entire bank account? What if that same coin is hiding right now in an old drawer in a forgotten jar? Or even sitting quietly in your pocket change and you don't even know it? These aren't ordinary coins, my friends. These are the legends of American history, the mystical Mercury dimes, minted nearly a century ago, yet glowing today like pure treasure. Each of these coins carries secrets of time, metal, minting errors, and untold stories that have turned ordinary collectors into overnight millionaires. And tonight we're unlocking those secrets, one coin at a time, right here on Rare US Coin. Secrets, the channel that uncovers America's hidden riches, buried in plain sight. What if that same coin is hiding right now in an old drawer in a forgotten jar? Or even sitting quietly in your pocket change and you don't even know it? These aren't ordinary coins, my friends. These are the legends of American history, the mystical Mercury dimes, minted nearly a century ago, yet glowing today like pure treasure. Each of these coins carries secrets of time, metal, minting errors, and untold stories that have turned ordinary collectors into overnight millionaires. And tonight we're unlocking those secrets, one coin at a time, right here on Rare US Coin. Secrets, the channel that uncovers America's hidden riches, buried in plain sight. Stay with me till the very end, because the final coin on this list isn't just valuable. It's a jaw-dropping masterpiece that collectors are fighting over like it's the last gold bar on Earth. If you've ever dreamed of discovering something truly life-changing, this video might just ignite that spark inside you. So tighten your seatbelt, grab your magnifier, because we're diving straight into the shimmering world of Mercury dimes, and we begin coin number 1. Our journey begins with a silver whisper from the year 1929, a year when America's heartbeat was roaring with jazz, skyscrapers, and silent dreams right before the Great Depression cast its shadow. And in the middle of that storm, a tiny masterpiece was struck, the 1929 Mercury dime, without a mint mark, a coin so mysterious and rare that most people have never even seen one in flawless condition. Now, here's where the magic begins. This coin was born in Philadelphia, the city of liberty and legend, where skilled engravers sculpted the elegant winged liberty head design, symbolizing freedom of thought. The coin's surface gleamed with pure artistry, and beneath that beauty was 90% silver and 10% copper, a perfect blend that carried both strength and shine. But what truly sets this coin apart is not just its composition, it's the survivor's tale it tells. You see, millions were minted, but only a tiny handful escaped the devastating meltings of the 1930s, wartime recycling drives, and decades of circulation that wore most coins into dull shadows of their former selves. Yet this one stands tall, uncirculated, flawless, shimmering under the light, with those distinctive brown dots that collectors call the golden freckles of authenticity. Those subtle tones, the brown patina hugging the silver, tell experts one thing: untouched by time, unspoiled by wear. This is not a coin you find, this is a coin that finds you. Collectors across the United States are calling it the silent sleeper of the Mercury series, because unlike the 1916D, the 1929 no mint has quietly risen in value, building momentum every single year. It's become a secret obsession in the numismatic world, whispered about at coin shows, tracked at private auctions, and chased by treasure hunters who know what they're looking for. And when it appears, it steals the spotlight instantly. Because the price tag attached to this beauty isn't just money, it's history crystallized in metal. Today, an uncirculated 1929 Mercury dime, without a mint mark, with those gorgeous natural brown spots, holds an estimated value of around $175,000. And yes, that's the current market reality. This isn't fiction, my friends, it's fact. A small circle of silver, barely an inch wide, capable of making you feel like you have just discovered a buried treasure chest in your own home. Experts say its value is climbing month by month, as more collectors realize how few remain untouched by time. The demand is surging. Every major coin convention in the United States now buzzes with stories about this coin, stories of discovery luck and fortunes made in seconds. For collectors watching this right now, take this as a golden signal. If you ever stumble upon a 1929 Mercury dime, no mint mark, brown dotted, sharp lines, and full band details, don't blink. Don't hesitate. Get it authenticated, preserved, and protected like a piece of history because that's exactly what it is. And here's your pro collector's tip. Focus on coins with natural toning, clean surfaces, and strong wing detail on Liberty's cap. Those are the hallmarks of investment-grade pieces that dealers and auction houses crave. As I always say, this isn't just collecting, this is treasure hunting at its purest form. So hold your breath, because this is just the beginning. The coins that follow will make you question everything you thought you knew about pocket change. Coin number 2. Just when you think you've seen it all, another legend emerges from the mists of American history. A coin whispered about in hushed tones among collectors, and rarely, very rarely, seen gleaming in the light of day. The year was 1945. The world was breathing again after the storm of World War II. Soldiers were returning home. The streets of America were filled with joy and tears, and the U.S. Mint was striking its final Mercury dimes, marking the end of an era. But in the golden city of San Francisco, where the Pacific winds kissed the bay, something extraordinary was born. The 1945 Mercury dime with the S Mint mark. A coin that became a symbol of hope, artistry, and survival. This isn't just silver, this is history captured in metal. Struck in 90% silver and 10% copper, it gleams with a unique silver-gray shade that collectors describe as moonlight on metal. The delicate features of Liberty's winged cap shimmer with power and grace, and under the right light, this coin looks almost alive, as if it's breathing with the spirit of the post-war American dream. But here's the twist most people don't know. While millions were minted, very few survived in fine condition. Why? Because 1945 was a transitional year the U.S. Mint was shifting gears, preparing to retire the Mercury design and welcome the Roosevelt dime. Many of these 1945 S dimes were rushed through production, mixed with other coins, or melted down in later decades. Time wasn't kind to them. Circulation wore away the fine lines, the luster faded, and what once was brilliance turned to dull gray metal. Yet somewhere, hidden in private collections or tucked away in forgotten coin jars, a select few survivors remain beautifully preserved, with that stunning silver shade and faint frosting that glows like morning mist. And one of those survivors stands before us now. You can see the tiny letter S mint mark just below the torch on the reverse, that small, almost invisible letter, yet it's what transforms this from a common dime into an American treasure. Collectors call it the silver ghost of San Francisco because it has that ethereal glow, that subtle magic that makes it feel almost unreal. Numismatists, those who study rare coins, say the year 1945 with S Mercury dime is one of the most unpredictable in value. Each time a near-perfect specimen surfaces, it shatters previous auction records. The reason? It's not just rarity. It's demand. Every serious U.S. coin collector wants a pristine 1945 with S to complete their Mercury series, but there are simply not enough to go around. For years, the 1945 with S has been quietly rising, collectors tracking it, dealers whispering about new finds, and investors realizing that these tiny silver discs are far more than metal. They're time machines. Each one carries the energy of a nation reborn after war, the spirit of craftsmanship, and the elegance of a design that ended too soon. And now, brace yourself, because a 1945 Mercury dime with that proud S Mint mark, in fine condition with that dreamy silver shade, can reach an estimated market value of $138,500. Yes, today, right now. This is the current verified value, not a myth, not a fantasy. It's the kind of value that turns disbelief into silence and collectors into dreamers. Every single year, this coin's value keeps inching higher, auction after auction. Sale after sale, the numbers climb like a heartbeat of opportunity. Experts predict that in the coming years, this coin might double, maybe even triple in worth. Don't take that lightly, because this isn't just a collectible, this is a treasure-class artifact of American minting. For the passionate collector, here's a golden insight. Always inspect the bands on the torch at the coin's reverse. Fully defined bands are the mark of top-grade pieces, the ones that light up the eyes of appraisers and investors alike. And if you ever find one with clear separation and full detail, you're not just holding a dime, you're holding a key to history's vault. So if you ever see that S under the torch, don't let it slip away. Because in that tiny mark lies one of the greatest secrets of the 20th century American coinage. What's coming next will take you even deeper into the world of Mercury dimes that have crossed into six-figure territory and beyond. So don't even think of blinking. Stay tuned because the next coin might just redefine what the word rare truly means. You're watching Rare US Coin Secrets, where every day we uncover another piece of American treasure hiding in plain sight. Coin number 3. Our next coin takes us straight into the blazing heart of World War II, a year when the world was at war, when every resource was precious, and when even the smallest coin told a story of courage, scarcity, and change. It's 1943. Factories roar day and night. Silver and copper are redirected to ammunition and aircraft. And America is fighting to preserve freedom itself. And amid that chaos, something incredible was born inside the Denver Mint, a small silver spark of perfection known today as the 1943 Mercury dime with the letter D mint mark. Now, at first glance, it might seem like any other dime from the Mercury series. That beautiful portrait of Liberty with her winged cap, the symbol of free thought and freedom's flight. But look closer, because this one hides something extraordinary. Each 1943 with D Mercury dime carries the metallic memory of wartime America, made from 90% silver and 10% copper. It shines with a unique gray tone, kissed by faint gray dots that give it a ghostly aura unlike any other coin of its time. Collectors call it the Phantom of Denver. Why? Because this coin appears and disappears from the collector's market like a shadow, there one moment, gone the next. The D below the torch on the reverse stands for Denver, one of the U.S. Mint's most precise and industrious facilities. Yet, during 1943, the Denver Mint's focus was pulled in every direction. The nation's war needs meant coin production faced silver shortages, rushed strikes, and inconsistent die quality. Most of the coins from that year came out with heavy wear, weak details, or dull tones. But then, once in a while, a miracle coin emerged. A perfectly struck piece, crisp lines, flawless Liberty head, and that magical mix of silver-gray shimmer with those tiny natural gray dots. A mark of untouched authenticity. That's the kind of 1943 with D Mercury dime we're talking about tonight. A survivor from an era when silver was worth its weight in hope. Imagine it, a coin minted in the middle of war, traveling through time, escaping melting pots, avoiding damage, hidden away for 80 years. And then one day, someone finds it again. That's not just luck. That's destiny wrapped in silver. Collectors all over America are chasing this very coin, and every time one appears in very fine condition, the market trembles a little. Because there are so few left that truly shine with that unbroken brilliance, the kind that still carries the Denver Mint's proud stamp and that unmistakable vintage tone. Now here's where it gets even more thrilling. A 1943 Mercury dime with the D Mint mark, showing those stunning gray dots and preserved in very fine condition, currently holds an estimated market value of around $143,000. That's right, $143,000. And yes, that is today's verified current value, not an exaggerated number. It's the kind of worth that makes your hands tremble when you hold it. The kind that turns a coin from a collectible into a treasure-class artifact. Experts say this particular dime is unstoppable in its value climb. Each passing year, its price pushes higher. Collectors compete fiercely, auctions blaze with bidding wars, and investors view it as a metal masterpiece with unstoppable momentum. Because this isn't just silver anymore, it's a story, it's history, and it's a symbol of resilience cast in shining metal. And here's a little insider secret for those watching who dream of finding one. When examining any 1943 Mercury dime, look carefully at the D Mint mark. It should be bold, perfectly placed, and slightly raised. Check for crisp torch bands, sharp wings, and that signature wartime gray glow. If all those align, you could be staring at your very own six-figure treasure. People say fortune favors the brave, but in the world of rare coins, fortune favors the observant, those who look a little deeper, those who know what others overlook. Because right now, this 1943 with D Mercury dime stands as one of America's most hauntingly beautiful survivors. A phantom of silver and time, a relic that whispers of the past and glows with the promise of wealth. And as stunning as this war-era gem is, the next coin on our journey hides a secret, even deeper one that turned a simple dime into one of the most fought-over treasures in U.S. numismatic history. So stay locked in, because what is coming next might just make you question how much a single coin can truly be worth. You're watching Rare U.S. Coin Secrets, your daily gateway into America's hidden treasures. Coin number 4. The year was 1941. America stood on the edge of history. The calm before the storm. The final moments before a world would change forever. And in the midst of that fragile peace, as factories began humming and soldiers prepared for the unknown, the Philadelphia Mint quietly struck one of the most beautiful Mercury dimes ever created. The 1941 Mercury dime without a mint mark. No letter, no symbol, just pure silver perfection. A coin that captures the spirit of a nation standing tall, proud, and unbroken right before destiny called it to war. Now, take a close look. Its silver shade isn't ordinary. It's not the bright, polished silver you'd expect. It's deeper, richer, with a subtle, soft glow that collectors describe as the dawn light of liberty. Every line of Liberty's winged cap, every curve of the design, whispers of precision, a time when American minting was at its absolute peak. This coin wasn't just made, it was crafted, struck in 90% silver and 10% copper, born in the historic Philadelphia Mint, the heart of American coinage. It was a time when craftsmanship mattered, when every detail was deliberate, and when even the smallest dime carried the weight of artistry and pride. But here's the part most people never realize. 1941 marked the beginning of one of the most dramatic shifts in coin collecting history. Millions of these dimes circulated during wartime and post-war years, but only a tiny fraction survived in the very fine condition you're seeing right now. Why? Because silver coins were heavily used, melted, and lost to time. Yet somehow this one, the 1941 no mint mark Mercury dime, survived the decades untouched, preserving its silvery sheen and its proud, sharp details, as if time itself refused to claim it. Collectors often say, finding a 1941 Mercury dime this clean is like finding a message from the past written in silver. And they're not wrong. Because when this particular coin appears in the collector's market, it doesn't just attract attention, it ignites bidding wars. Dealers from New York to California scramble to outbid each other. Collectors hold their breath. And prices, they have been soaring like wildfire. Today, a 1941 Mercury dime, without mint mark, in very fine condition with that flawless silver shade, commands an estimated market value of around $150,000. And yes, that's current verified value as of right now. A dime just 10 cents when it was struck, now elevated to the realm of treasures, worth more than some people's life savings. And its value isn't standing still. Experts predict that this coin will continue to climb as more collectors compete for the few remaining specimens that still carry that perfect 1941 Philadelphia brilliance. You see, this coin isn't just a collectible. It's a symbol of resilience, of America's spirit right before the world changed forever. It holds in its silver frame a story of courage, artistry, and endurance, a tangible connection to the dawn of the 1940s, a time of innovation and uncertainty. Now, here's something crucial for every viewer watching. When hunting for the 1941 Mercury dime, look carefully for that absence of a mint mark below the torch. That blank space means it was minted in Philadelphia, the most sought-after origin for pure strike Mercury dimes. Inspect the wings on Liberty's cap. Are they sharp, clean, symmetrical? That's your signal of a true gem. And when that silver shade glows softly under the light, almost like moonlight on water, you will know you have found something extraordinary. Collectors say, you don't just own a 1941 Mercury dime, it owns you. Because every time you hold it, you feel the pulse of history. You feel America, young, bold, and beautiful, captured forever in 10 grams of silver. And the market, it is hungry. With each passing auction, the demand grows stronger. Dealers are calling it the Silver Dawn, the coin that signals a new era in U.S. numismatic collecting. It's not just a coin anymore, it's a legacy. So hold tight, because if you thought this coin was breathtaking, the next one might just stop your heart. A coin so rare, so captivating, that it's been called the crown jewel of Mercury dimes. Stay right where you are, because the journey through America's hidden treasures is just getting started. You're watching Rare U.S. Coin Secrets, your daily doorway into the world of history, wealth, and wonder. Don't miss tomorrow's reveal, because the next coin could redefine what you think rare really means. Coin number 5. Now, we travel back to 1938. A year caught between two worlds, the fading glow of the Great Depression and the trembling echoes of a world about to go to war. Factories buzzed with a quiet tension. Radios hummed with swing music and headlines. And deep inside the old Philadelphia Mint, something rare, something hauntingly beautiful was being born. The 1938 Mercury dime without a mint mark. A coin that doesn't scream for attention, that whispers. Its beauty isn't loud, it's timeless. A silver shade that gleams like soft moonlight through fog, wrapped in a delicate gray layer that only decades of natural aging could create. Collectors call it the Silver Storm, because once you see one this perfect, it stirs something deep inside a quiet awe, like watching lightning flicker in the distance. Now here's the secret behind this treasure. 1938 marked the final years of the Mercury series' golden era. Mint production slowed, fewer coins were struck, and the ones that did leave the presses were immediately swallowed by circulation during hard economic times. Coins were spent, traded, worn down, every last cent mattered. Yet somehow a handful of these 1938 Mercury dimes without mint marks escaped the claws of time. Born in Philadelphia, crafted in 90% silver and 10% copper, this coin carries not just metal but memory. Each curve of Liberty's cap, each feather of her wings, was a reflection of a nation slowly recovering, the quiet strength of a people rebuilding hope. But what truly makes this coin a marvel isn't just its age. It's that incredible silver shade with a soft gray layer, a surface tone that experts say only forms after nearly 9 decades of gentle oxidation and untouched preservation. That natural layer, not damage, not dirt, is the coin's soul. It is what separates a common dime from a historic artifact of immense value. Most 1938 Mercury dimes were lost, melted, or worn flat, casualties of time and war. But when one like this surfaces in very good condition, clean fields, sharp lines, soft luster still shimmering through that silver-gray patina, collectors stop everything because they know this isn't just a coin. This is a survivor. And when it does appear, oh, the bidding begins. The whispers travel across collector circles, online forums, and private auctions. A 1938 Philly dime just surfaced. Within hours, the world of rare coin collectors holds its breath. Today, one of these magnificent survivors, a 1938 Mercury dime without a mint mark, in very good condition, carrying that legendary silver shade and gray tone, has a current verified market value of around $166,500. Yes, you heard that right. $166,500 as of now. And its value isn't just stable, it's climbing relentlessly. Every major auction this year has seen new record highs for this coin. Numismatists predict it is on track to become one of the most coveted late-era Mercury dimes in the United States, a true centerpiece for serious collectors. Because when you hold a 1938 Mercury dime like this, you're not just holding a piece of silver, you're holding the heartbeat of an era. You're touching the end of a chapter in American minting history, a chapter that glows with craftsmanship, scarcity, and the spirit of a nation that refused to give up. And here's your collector's insight, the kind only the insiders know. When examining a 1938 dime, look for clean, even toning that natural gray layer should appear smooth, not blotchy. Check Liberty's wingtips and the torch lines on the reverse. Those fine details are the signature of authenticity and quality. If you find one with both, you're not holding a coin, you're holding what collectors call a time capsule in silver. So remember this, coins like the 1938 no-mint Mercury dime aren't just valuable, they're sacred. They represent moments in history you can feel in your hands, the strength of a nation, the artistry of American minting, and the beauty of endurance. And as its value climbs, as collectors fight to claim even one, this dime proves something powerful, that sometimes the smallest things hold the greatest worth. But our journey isn't over. Because the next coin, the final one, is the one that collectors across the United States whisper about like a myth. A coin so rare, so captivating, that it is said to be the crown of the Mercury dime kingdom. Stay tuned because you're about to witness something truly breathtaking. You're watching Rare U.S. Coin Secrets, your window into the hidden wealth of America's past. Coin number 6. And now we reach the climax of our journey, the final step into the shimmering heart of American coinage. The year 1936, the place the San Francisco Mint, and the creation, a masterpiece that collectors whisper about, like it's a myth carved in silver. The 1936 Mercury dime with the S mint mark. This isn't just a coin, it's a legend in your palm. When you first see it, the light catches those faint gray dots scattered across the surface. Not blemishes, but nature's own fingerprints, proof of time's touch on perfection. The silver shines softly, almost alive, the face of liberty crowned with wings, her expression serene yet powerful. It's not merely metal, it's American artistry at its absolute peak. Now let's step back in time for a moment. 1936 was a year of renewal. The Great Depression was slowly loosening its grip, the nation was breathing again, industries were rebuilding, and hope was beginning to sparkle once more. And in the midst of that rebirth, San Francisco's mint workers, master engravers, artisans of silver, struck one of the finest batches of Mercury dimes ever made. Each one glowed with precision. Each one represented a promise of better days ahead. These dimes were born in 90% silver and 10% copper, the perfect alloy for beauty and endurance. But make no mistake, even though thousands rolled off those minting presses, time was not kind to most of them. War, circulation, handling all but erased their shine. The flawless ones vanished, except for a precious few, the ones that escaped untouched. And those became legend. See that tiny S below the torch on the reverse? That letter is your key, the mark of San Francisco's craftsmanship, a symbol of precision, passion, and pride. When collectors spot that S on a Mercury dime, this pristine, they know instantly what they're looking at, a once-in-a-lifetime piece. Because an uncirculated 1936 S Mercury dime, complete with those signature gray dots and untouched silver tone, is one of the most visually mesmerizing coins ever struck in pre-war America. Its beauty lies not in perfection, but in its story. Each faint dot, each shimmer of silver, each reflection under light tells of the journey it survived without a single fingerprint of circulation. When one of these appears at an auction, silence falls. Collectors lean forward, dealers whisper, and the tension in the room becomes electric. Because everyone knows this isn't just another coin hitting the market, it's an event. And when the hammer finally falls, it's not for pocket change. It's for history. Today, this coin, the 1936 Mercury dime with the S Mint mark, in brilliant uncirculated condition with its breathtaking gray dot surface, stands with a current verified market value of around $162,000. Yes, $162,000 right now, today. A coin smaller than a button, yet worth more than a treasure chest. And believe me, its value isn't done climbing. Experts are calling it a sleeping giant, a coin whose value could surge to new heights as collectors and investors continue to hunt for untouched specimens. Each year fewer are found, and each year its worth rises higher. A silver phoenix ascending in the world of numismatics. If you ever have the luck, the miracle to find one of these, look for the perfect shine, the untouched edges, the soft, natural toning that gives it life. Handle it like the rarest treasure because that's exactly what it is. Not just a coin, but a legacy in silver, a piece of America's soul preserved through time. Collectors say the 1936 with S Mercury dime is the coin that looks back at you. When you hold it, you don't just see history, history sees you. You become part of its story, another name in the endless chain of dreamers who chase the magic of silver, rarity, and beauty. And that brings us to the end of this incredible journey. 6 Mercury dimes. 6 stories of resilience, artistry, and fortune. Each one a time capsule of America's greatest century. Each one proof that hidden treasures still wait, quietly, for someone with eyes sharp enough and heart bold enough to find them. So ask yourself, could one of these treasures be waiting in your home? In an old coin jar, a forgotten drawer, a family box? The next time you see a tiny silver dime shining back at you, don't look away. You might just be holding a piece of American history worth a fortune. Because here on Rare U.S. Coin Secrets, we don't just show you coins. We uncover treasures. We reveal the hidden gold of America's past, one coin at a time. Subscribe now and stay tuned because tomorrow's coin might just make you the next lucky treasure hunter in America's greatest real-life story.